Everybody loves the sunshine. Well, it's a little bit different to last week. Last week, sat here in my bloody vest, sweating. Today, absolutely freezing. I'll tell you what, I still can't get over that baby reindeer interview. So obviously they found the real life Martha, and yeah, it's so obvious she was just lying for her teeth. Piers was like, "Oh, you sent Richard Gadd 41,000 emails and 300 voicemails," and she was like, "Oh no, I never did any of that." But then later on in the conversation, "Oh yeah, but I have 6 email addresses and 4 mobile phones." Like, who has 6 email addresses? Welcome back to the channel, guys. For those of you that saw the last episode, you'll have realised that we've actually changed the name of the podcast now. Obviously, with the whole rebranding, we have changed the name to Recognisably Different. Just thought it made sense to call it that because that's kind of the slogan / tagline that we're going with now. So yeah, thank you for tuning in again. It is another solo one. I'm trying to get through. It's currently Thursday as I'm filming this, so I'm trying to do one podcast episode a week, whether that be solo or trying to obviously get a couple more guests involved. And then Saturday tends to be the filming day for the Beneath the Surface series. So at least that way we're kind of filming two episodes a week at least. So yeah, I've not really come into this episode with an agenda as such. There's a couple of topics that I did want to speak about. I feel like it's important to speak about them, and kind of how that relates to not only fitness, but I suppose mindset, sort of your beliefs, psychology, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So the first topic that I wanted to touch on was, so I've been sober now for about 6 months. So I've not had one drop of alcohol in the last 6 months. Now, I was never really a big alcohol drinker anyway. I pretty much only used to drink when I was on holiday. So we're talking less than 5 times a year I probably used to drink. And I just thought, for this year, I'm just gonna, because I drink so little, obviously it's not that big of a deal for me to cut it out completely. So yeah, I've cut it out completely, and honestly, I said this to someone the other day, like, I've gone 6 months now without it, and I don't see me ever touching alcohol again. Like, there's absolutely no need for it in my life. Like, it doesn't bring me anything that I need, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not the sort of person that I'm not bothered either way about. I'm not bothered about just going out and having a casual 1 or 2 drinks. Like, I just don't see the point in it. And then likewise, I'm also not bothered about going out and getting absolutely smashed and feeling horrible. So yeah, I think it's these 6 months have been a real eye opener in terms of, like, I feel like it'll be very easy for me going forward to not drink, and it's something that I would encourage every single person watching this to at least attempt. Like, I get everyone's got their reasons for drinking, and I think it is so, like, established into society now. Like, I think it's one of them where, and I think, I can't remember who it was, but someone was talking about this topic the other day, and, like, if alcohol had been discovered this year, like, it probably would be banned because of the detrimental effects of it. But I think because it's so integrated in society and it's just so common, like I'm going to a school reunion this Saturday, right? So I'm seeing people that I've not seen in a very long time, and I can pretty much bet any money that I will probably be one of the only ones there that is not drinking. Now, I'm very good at not, what's the word? At not like being pushed by peer pressure. So like if I go to somewhere and I have a soft drink or whatever, or a mocktail, like you'll know if you've ever been out and you've not drunk and you're with mates that are drinking, they're like, oh, come on, mate, like, don't be boring, come on, just have one, all that sort of stuff. So I'm very good at not, like, of not just being peer pressured into doing it just for the sake of it. And I know a lot of people do struggle with that. They have all the intentions of, oh yeah, I'm going to go out tonight, but yeah, I'm not going to drink because I've got this on the next day. And then before you know it, you're out till 2, 3 a.m. and you're in the back of a taxi smashing a kebab on your way home. Like, I get it, it happens, but you put yourself in that situation and the temptation is going to be there. Whereas I'm very good at sticking to my guns and just not confiding to that temptation. So, but I suppose it just comes down to willpower at the end of the day. So yeah, I'm half expecting to get some comments when I go to this school reunion about the fact that I'm not drinking. But again, it's one of them where, like, alcohol is one of the only drugs, because it is a drug at the end of the day, where like the person that isn't drinking is the person that is deemed to have something wrong with them. It's like this, people make such a big deal of it, and it's like, you know what I mean? You don't do that with any other drug, only alcohol. If you take cocaine and you go out and you say, oh yeah, I've stopped taking cocaine, like you get people applaud you and they're like, yeah, well done, mate, well done for stopping, like, good on you. But then it's like, you say to people, oh no, I'm not drinking tonight, and they're like, what, you're not drinking? Like, what's wrong with you? Yeah, it's the only thing where you are deemed to be like in the wrong, or you are deemed to have something wrong with you, and the fact that you're not drinking. So yeah, I just my personal experience, I honestly do not miss it at all. It doesn't bring anything good or anything positive into my life, and there's not really much good that comes out of it at the end of the day. But yeah, I just think it's not for me, and I would encourage anyone watching this to attempt it, to try and go 3, 4, 5, 6 months without drinking, and I can assure you that the knock-on effect that will have in a positive way will be amazing for your health, for your fitness. You will find that you'll be more consistent with the gym. You'll be sleeping better. Like, we know the effects that alcohol has on sleep, like not necessarily your ability to fall asleep, but the quality of the sleep that you're getting will be atrocious if you're drinking close to bedtime. So yeah, I encourage everyone to attempt it and see how you feel, because I'm pretty confident that it will make you feel 100 times better, and you will 100% be more consistent with your training, with your nutrition, with your sleep, and yeah, it's just a good feeling. And that's not to say that you have to, like, be boring and not go out. Like, you can go out, and you can go out for food, and you can go out and meet up with friends and family, and like, they can all be drinking, but that doesn't mean you have to. You know what I mean? Like, I'm more than happy to go out with people, whether it's for a meal, whether it's for a drink, and like, I'll just sit and have a soft drink, or if I really want to, I'll have a mocktail. Like, it tastes just as nice, in my opinion, and you don't wake up the next day just feeling absolutely battered, and the knock-on effect that then has for the next 2 days. you just feel sluggish, you don't want to train, you either don't want to eat, or when you do eat, it's just crap. Like you wake up and it's, oh, Mackey's breakfast. And so it just throws you off for like a couple of days. I feel like, especially as you start getting older as well. Like, I remember the occasions that I did drink last year. Like, we're talking, I probably had like 3 or 4 drinks, and it took me about 3 days to feel back to like 100% again. So, yeah, I'm glad I did it, and I would encourage anyone else to give it a go. And then another point that I wanted to cover was, and obviously for those of you that know Dom, who is involved with a lot of the stuff within the brand, he's got his own brand, Impious Vision. He's just started uploading some really good YouTube videos in terms of where he's talking about different topics. So if you haven't already, I would 100% go and check them out. They're really, really useful. And in one of his most recent videos, he was talking about confidence and how a lot of people don't actually lack confidence. They just lack action. And when he said that, I was like, oh wow, yeah, that is actually that's so true. And you can relate that to fitness and improving your overall health as well. So like you've got to think the only way that you are going to achieve a goal, whatever it is, whether it's a physique orientated goal, if you want to improve your physique, if you want to put on muscle, if you want to lose weight, lose body fat, change your physique, if it's more performance based, so you're looking at training for an event like marathons, high rocks, anything along those sort of lines, the only way that you're going to get there is by taking action. You have to be putting in the work and putting in the steps needed to get you towards that goal. And I think that's where most people are going wrong. It's so easy to say you want to do something, and a lot of people say they want to do something, but they're not willing to put in the work and the action needed to actually get there. And by doing that is naturally going to knock your confidence. And Chris Williamson used a really good analogy for this on a podcast episode where he said that imagine if you've got a friend and you are arranging to go out with this friend, and let's say you're going to meet up for food, you're going to meet up for drink, and they keep cancelling on you. So they cancel on you. You go to arrange it, they cancel. You rearrange, and you're sat there waiting at a restaurant or waiting at a bar, and they message you, oh, sorry, mate, I can't make it tonight. Like, if this kept happening over and over again, there's a very high probability that you're probably not going to carry on trying to be friends with that person, or you're going to slowly start to drift away and not speak to that person as much because they keep letting you down. Now, the way you've got to look at it is that you are essentially that friend, but for yourself. So if you keep making these promises to yourself that, oh yeah, I'm gonna wake up early tomorrow and I'm gonna go to the gym, and you keep making, there's all these different promises. Oh yeah, I'm gonna eat better tonight. I'm not gonna drink tonight. Like, you keep making these promises, but then you keep breaking them, and you're waking up and you're snoozing your alarm. Oh yeah, I can't be bothered today. Or it gets to the weekend, and all week you've said not gonna have a drink, and then the weather's amazing, so you think, oh, stuff it, yeah, we'll crack open a bottle of wine or a couple of cans. Like, you are breaking these promises to yourself. So naturally, that is going to reduce your confidence because you're not taking action. So it's a bit of a loophole in terms of the confidence and action go hand in hand. And like I can relay that to my High Rocks events, right? Now, obviously, you get there. Yes, there's a little bit of nerves on the day. That is completely to be, especially on the first one. Like, it's completely to be expected. But I went into that High Rocks with the confidence to know that I can do it. But I only had that confidence because I know in myself that I have put in the work over the last 6 months to a year, and I've each day I've done the intense training needed for me to be able to do it. So by me doing them actions for High Rocks, I have rocked up to High Rocks on the day feeling more confident. You know what I mean? Like if I didn't train for High Rocks at all, and you just rock up on the day and think, oh, I'm just going to hope for the best, chances are you're not going to be very confident. So, yeah, I think you don't improve your confidence in whatever you're doing by just saying to yourself, oh, I'm going to do these things, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. You have to take the action. The action is what gives you that confidence over time. So yeah, I'm going to wrap that episode up here, guys. Again, with it just being a solo one, wanted to keep it a lot more shorter and concise. Obviously, naturally, when there's two of you, you're going to have a longer conversation. So hopefully you took some value from this episode. If you did, please drop the video a like, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new. Websites should be up and running soon. We're just waiting on the first couple of products. Soon as they are in stock, the website will be live from a clothing perspective. It is now 5 weeks till the 120-mile run, so really looking forward to that. Get a little bit nervous. I was doing a run the other day, and on that run, it really hit me in terms of like, wow, like I've just ran this distance, and what did I run? I think I ran like 4 or 5 miles. Which I've done before, and then afterwards I was just sat there and I was like, shit, like we were actually running 30 in the one day. So yeah, looking forward to that. It's going to be tough, but we are here for it. You only get stronger mentally, physically, bigger and better by putting yourself through these extreme challenges. And yeah, I will catch you in the next episode, guys. So speak soon.